Hey, honey, it's your girl Brianna J, and this is Break Free from Yourself podcast. This podcast is my precious baby that is centered around self reflection and self love. It's about a young woman's journey, me, of course, to find inner peace, but also realizing that sometimes she can play a role in holding herself back from that peace. This is going to be a space where I'll be real with y'all, but I'll also be real with myself. Listen, I know I'm not the only one that can hold themselves back from that greatness that they're supposed to be. Maybe y'all will be able to relate and we can get through this journey together. So let's take a walk together, hun. Don't touch my hair when it's the feelings I wear. Don't touch my soul. All right now. Y'all know I can get back in the booth if y'all want me to. Hey, honeys. Happy New Year and welcome back to another episode of Break Free from Yourself podcast. It's a new year, and guess what? I did a thing. Well, I ended the year doing a thing. But long story short, I combed out my locks after 6 years and almost 5 months. And when I say that it took damn near the entire month of December, baby, it was 15 days of actual work, but my hands, neck, and arms were filling it into the new year. Honeys, I had every intention of documenting my process and recording me cutting my hair, or not cutting my hair, but combing my hair out. But when I actually started to do it and I felt how long it took to do two locks, it took 3 hours when I first started. I started off with doing two locks, and then initially I would bump it up to three locks, four locks. And I think the last few days I did like maybe 10 to 15 a day. I started off, well, I had 87 locks. So you do the math. Um, and again, it took for the first day 3 hours, 3.5 hours to do two locks. So yeah, it was a struggle, but I'm glad that I achieved that goal of doing it because I wanted to finish it before the end of the year. I started December 9th, and I think I finished like the 28th, if I'm not mistaken. 27th, 28th. Anyways, I really was proud of myself that I finished it because I had put on Snapchat, if somebody don't help me with this, I'm cutting it off. I had already bought the what you call it, the shears. I was cutting my hair out and I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to be bald like my daddy. I mean, he's handsome and all, but I just can't do it. So on top of me trying to do my hair within a certain time frame, it's also in the winter time. So it is cold outside, and my behind still wanted to be out and about and acting like I wasn't taking my hair down, having wigs on, having my hair in ponytails because I started off in the back so you couldn't see that I was taking it down. Baby, I got sick probably for about a week because literally, when you have to take your locks out, you have to use water and conditioner. So literally, I'm spilling the water all over me. I'm giving myself a bath in the chair trying to take my hair down. So I made myself sick because cold air and water do not mix. My mom always used to tell me, don't go outside with after you wash your hair, but sometimes I still did it anyways. But you know what? You have to learn the hard way. So, I bet you're wondering what made me comb out my locks after 6 years. Well, honestly, it was a number of reasons. The main one for me was that hair holds energy. And actually, I was feeling the effects of that for a while. This past May, I had to cut my locks into a bob because a lot of my locks were breaking. But unfortunately, we didn't have a definitive answer. It could have been a combination of my color, because I do color every 6 months to a year. And I'd be rocking the colors anyways. But color, it could have been tension from the styles. But the big factor that I think it was stress. That stress manifested in multiple ways, but my locks really got hit pretty hard. Even after I cut them, I still had breakage and continued to stress. And I'm not going to act like that stress and the things that I was going through did not spill over to other things that I, was trying to pursue. Because as you could see, last year I think I only did like maybe 3 episodes. So yes, your girl was all over the place, trying to get herself together, but struggling. And unfortunately, through that struggle, my hair, no, my health took a hit through that struggle. My hair, my body, everything, my mental health, everything took a hit because I was not able to cope with the things that I was stressing over and dealing with at that time. So, yes, stress is a big factor. Now, back to the hair holding energy theory. I had my locks for 6 years. 5 of those years, I engaged with multiple bouts of sadness, emotional turmoil, and memories that I felt were associated with my locks. And those were negative feelings or negative memories, directly and indirectly. According to Mind Path Health, hair holds emotional weight and memories, so much so that cutting it off can be a form of letting go of those memories that hold trauma and a tool of empowerment. It also says hair is an extension of our mind, holding our thoughts, emotions, stress, hopes, and fears. Cutting our hair is healthy not only for our hair, but for our overall well being. I know what you're thinking. If hair holds energy, then why not cut it all off? Baby, who finna be bald? Not me. I'm be walking around looking like my daddy, and I mean, he's handsome, but I want to look like a girl. Even with the process of me combing my locks out, I lost so much hair, literally enough to make an afro. I literally have a bag of my hair. I have two bags, one with the locks when I had it cut the first time, and then a bag of of my hair from when I took it down from combing it out. Not to mention the hair that I lost from the first hair appointment since I took my locks out, but we'll get to that shortly. Also, the other thing that I want to mention about hair holding energy, that doesn't necessarily mean that it was all bad energy. So why would I need to cut off all of my hair? After combing out my locks, I spent an entire workday just preparing my hair for my first loose natural appointment. That prep work consisted of combing out and detangling my hair, where I lost more hair, and doing a pre-poo and deep conditioning treatment. Not gonna lie, this was not an easy task for me since I have not put a comb to my head in over 6 years. When I actually got to the appointment, I was informed that I would have to cut a lot of my hair because I still had dead ends that needed to be cut. And that was very disheartening. But I thugged it through. So after 6 years, I finally had my hair straightened again and it felt different. And honestly, I was a little lost because I didn't have a comb, a brush. I barely have ponytail holders because for some reason they keep going missing. I have bobby pins, but a blow dryer, didn't have that. Flat iron, didn't have that. Literally, I'm starting from scratch. How was I going to wrap my hair? I've not wrapped my hair in over 6 years, and actually probably longer than that because I can't remember the last time I flat ironed my hair. Flash, it took me a full 30 minutes to wrap my hair. I feel like I'm 12 again, learning to do my hair because that's when I started doing my hair by myself. Also, my hair is not heat trained, so the straightened hair lasted literally a day. I didn't even make it to the new year. So, with the fact that I've changed my hair from being locked, it feels kind of like an identity shift. Now, I understand that, your hair doesn't make you, you make you. But I kind of feel like I've branded myself with my locks. The logo for the podcast is a picture of me with locks. Not only that, but 6 years is a long time. I've had so many different hair colors, I've had so many different styles with my locks that it kind of felt like it was a piece of me. As India Irie said in that one song, I am not my hair, I am the soul that lives within. The locks definitely worked for me in that phase of my life, but that chapter is now closed. So now I'm on this new journey to finding myself again. Unfortunately, during the time that I had my locks is when I lost myself. When I came up with the title of this podcast, Break Free from Yourself, I never thought that that could possibly mean breaking free from the me with locks. Supposed to be a spiritual journey. And one thing about a spiritual journey is that it's supposed to be your own. The purpose of a spiritual journey is rarely to find the answer, rather, it's a process of continually asking questions. Maybe the point of my lock journey was to allow a rebirth at the end of my lock season. What comes after Dark Ages? Renaissance, baby. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. See you soon, honeys. I know y'all didn't forget about Rebel Vision for all your skincare needs. Rebel Vision was created to encourage individuals to embrace self-love by encouraging them to show their body some real body love. We got the body butter, the rose water, the net exfoliators, the black soap, and the liquid black soap. Come and join the Rebel team by following us on Instagram at RBL_VZN and liking our Facebook page, Rebel Vision. To order products for your skincare needs, check out the site www.therebelvision.com. That's www.therebelvzn.com. If you don't already follow my Instagram, TikTok, or Twitter, go ahead and do that at _Brianna J. That is _BRIAUNAJ. TikTok is my best friend, so you know you can definitely find me on there. Use any of those platforms to comment and let me know what you think or want to hear on the podcast. Bye, honeys. Thank you for listening to Break Free From Yourself podcast. I hope you enjoyed yourself and come back for another episode.